Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, boy, 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 boy. Jeez, come on. Pop up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You already know who it is. It is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Oh, I was wondering why this sounded low. But on this particular episode, I'm actually going to be talking about a petition that went out. And if you follow me on X, then you have seen this petition that was brought to me over on Instagram. Let me shout and make sure that I'm shouting out the right person. It was shout out to me by Twana T. Harris. A reinstatement as Jonathan Majors is Kang. So that is a petition on change.org that is out right now. I did repost it on my X. So make sure you guys checked it out. Robin D, the admin. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love that avatar, that your picture. I like that. Good morning, it's Sheed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Vaheem Carter, good morning. It is morning. Morning it is. Yes, it is. Good morning, Rosemary Carter, another channel member. And if you do want to be a channel member, all you got to do is hit the join button on the main page. It is $2.99 a month to be a part of the crew. We will do a crew only live chat on Saturday. So Saturday, I'm going to dedicate that to my members only live chat so we can chat it up. We can talk about some things and only we can talk about it. And nobody can be able to get into a Touring Rain Reloaded. What's going on? Of course, I'm back to the mornings because kids are back in school, everything, you know how it goes. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about Stephen Yeun being out of now the Thunderbolts. And man, what I tell you. So we're going to get to that and much more. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant, the Heavy Gant channel. But you already know what it is. So real question is, all right, all right, all right. So, not to hold up too much of everybody's time, let me see. Sissy Majors, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. All right. So, to kind of talk about this new petition, and if Jonathan Majors didn't think he was getting support, he has to see all this stuff that's going on because this brother is getting supported slowly but surely. This brother is getting supported. So, let me tell you about the new change.org petition that is out, and it's reinstating Jonathan Majors as Kang. So let me pull that up. And this says reinstate Jonathan Majors as Kang in the MCU/Disney Productions. Why this petition matters? This is from Tawana Harris, or Tanya Harris. I'm sorry, Tanya Harris. Sorry about that. And Tanya Harris wrote, and she wanted to get this out. And this is awesome. This is amazing because, again, a lot of people are really fighting for Jonathan Majors. You know what I mean? And of course, I made the video yesterday that if they're going to recast Kane, bring him back as white. I believe that he, the charge wasn't that deep, and they can always bring him back. They could shelve him for a minute and bring him back at a later time. That's what I believe they should do. Again, we haven't heard, and this is the thing. Yes, TMZ have sources and all of that, but we haven't heard anything exactly from Disney. We haven't seen an update of the movie titles or anything strictly from Disney. So I do want to say that, even though there's a lot of, reports that's coming out saying, yes, he has been replace. Again, I do want to say that Disney itself, they said a representative that's close to the situation, but Disney itself haven't said it. So there's still like a slimmer of hope that he's actually technically hasn't been fired. But again, we'll see how everything goes, and plus he has an appeal coming up. So, that's going on too. So let me get to this. And again, shout out to Tanya Harris. She sent me this. I signed it. And of course, I'm going to put this on the community section. So you guys, if you want to sign it, you can, because we need more than 5 signatures out of 10. So let me get to it. So Jonathan Majors, a rising star in Hollywood, was wrongfully convicted of a misdemeanor and a violation in NYC in December 2023 during an altercation with his then girlfriend, DeGrace Jabbery. Despite video evidence showing him fleeing the scene and text messages that proved his innocence, he was unjustly fired from his role as Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Disney. This decision is not only unfair, but it also carries undertones of racial discrimination, considering numerous white male actors have retained their roles within the MCU despite facing similar or worse situations. So shout out to her for watching the videos and other videos that I had and others had about what has gone on within the MCU and how those particular people kept their job. Jonathan's portrayal of Kang has been universally acclaimed by fans and critics alike. His dismissal from the upcoming film Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, Avengers 5, is a significant loss to us fans who believe there isn't another actor who could bring this character to life like he has. We demand that Disney MCU reconsider their decision to reinstate Jonathan Majors for the role as Kang. We believe that talent should be recognized in retrospective of personal issues or race. Let us stand together against this unjust treatment and send a strong message to Disney MCU about our support for Jonathan Majors. Sign this petition now to voice your support for reinstating Jonathan Majors as Kang. Not only do we have a petition to get Netflix to buy the rights to Magazine Dreams, to have it on Netflix instead of Disney Plus because you're holding it. You also have other fans saying, no, we want to keep him as Kang. You know what I mean? And I find that commendable. And I love this. Again, I've already signed it. And I want you guys to sign it also. I'm trying to share the petition on here. And Greg Erickson is right. The corrupt DA Alvin Braggs and his lackeys need to be taken down. That should be the next. Anybody in New York should be doing that. You know what I mean? They should most definitely be doing that. So again, this shows the power that the people do have. That Jonathan Majors does have fans out here that really care about him and wants to see his career continue to grow and for him to continue to play the role that he was promised in the MCU. So I commend Tanya, most definitely for that. So again, I want to share this. Matter of fact, I know where I can share it from. I can copy the link and I'm going to share it on the community page of my channel. So when you go to my channel, you go to the community page, I believe I got this up. No, I don't have this one up. I have the other one, the sign of petition for Magazine Dreams. So let me go ahead and paste this. Reinstate state Oh God, I can't spell petition. All right. So you guys can go to the community page and go and look. Now we have reinstate Kang in the MCU petition. We have sign a petition for Magazine Dreams to go to Netflix. Again, Jonathan Majors has to understand. I hope Jonathan Majors sees this and see that we're doing all we can, to make sure that Jonathan Majors and his character lives on in the MCU, and I think that's commendable. I think that's awesome. Ada, you said somebody said that Disney fired him right away to avoid paying him concerning his contract. It could, but but this is the thing. TMZ came out and said, "Yeah, we have courses. All right, we have sources close to Disney that said he is done, right? But we haven't seen any. We haven't actually seen physically that Disney said anything. It was different from James Gunn. They automatically said, we're not gonna have James Gunn. James Gunn is out. That came out of their own mouth, and we haven't got that. It is almost a month until sentencing, and the crazy part about it is, I believe he already filed his appeal because it's been 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That has happened. So he had 2 weeks to file his appeal. I believe he's already got his appeal in. You know what I mean? So we just have to, play the waiting game. Kat has got a lot of documentation from his case. We're going to, crowdfund her so she could be able to get all the information, the whole entire transcripts from the docket, from the courts. So we're gonna have a lot of information, and it's something that Danny said earlier today when I was on Twitter. Trying to see if I could find what she actually said, because it was good. It was talking about yeah, this is what it was. So I'm gonna share my tab real quick, because this was the situation that was going on. This was a conversation that was going on about Jonathan Majors today. And Flavio said, I wonder if the jury had access to all the exculpatory. God, I can't talk this morning. It is one of those mornings when I need some coffee and I'm sleepy. Exculpatory. Yeah. Evidence. Jesus Lord. I am sleepy. IG, the drinking problem of the Grace Jabbery, confirmed by Dr. William Chang. And he tagged a lot of people that was in this. And Danny said they ignored it. He testified on the stand about it in detail. So again, there's a lot of bullshiggity that was going on. It was a lot of bullshiggity that was going on. And the crazy part about this, you know what I mean, is that you had all this evidence that kind of clouds the judgment that paints more of a situation that this girl was drinking. She was obviously intoxicated. This is why she chased the man 5 blocks. She was clearly intoxicated. This is why she was trying to take his phone, scratching him up, ripping his clothes, all of that. You know what I mean? And so there was a lot of stuff that was going on. Again, to me, this is why he has a clear-cut case to win his appeal, because there's way too much that you could be able to point to. And they knew all of this. The doctor testified on the stand, and yet they allowed those text messages to get out. Why? Because the judge, I believe the judge was in on it too. I honestly believe that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at. Was there somebody in here trolling or something? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I'm looking at the comment section because let me see. Okay, that's not for me. Tell you the hold on, wait a minute. Ricky said, tell you the truth, I'd rather him play Adam Brashear instead of race Benny Kang, but I know that 7 Dragon Balls are wishful thinking. And honestly, in the way that I felt, and I put this in that was what my whole video, the short video, was about yesterday, is because race bending a character does nothing for long-time representation. This is something that is echoed not only by me, but Chillmonger and other people that covers it, that really truly cover this stuff without just being happy that a black man got a job. We shouldn't just be happy that the black man got a job. We should be happy that the black man got a job that represents us, because the character that he's playing is also a character that you could go back to the comic books flip a page and say, wow, they brought this black character from a book into real life. It's no different than Harry Potter. There's no difference in than Twilight, than any Stephen King movie. I mean, just Stephen King book. Anybody who's wrote a book and has created a character, there's no difference. So if you made him white in the comics, keep him white in the MCU. That's just how I felt. If he's Asian in the MCU, keep him. I mean, if he's Asian in the comics, keep him Asian in the MCU. Or this is something that's brand new that Disney did, that Marvel did, with What If, create a brand new character. Instead of race bending character, they had no problems giving you Tesseract Pocahontas. They had no problem doing that. But yet we always get these race bent characters, and we are the first ones to point out if a character that is black gets race bent. You know what I'm saying? That gets whitewashed. So we got to have that same energy, that we feel about whitewashing that we do with blackwashing a character. Let me reiterate this. We need that same energy when they whitewash a character than we do. I mean, when they blackwash a character than we do when they whitewash a character. Because I personally feel like a black character that's just like a Blade end up being played by Brad Pitt, y'all would lose y'all everlasting minds if Blade was white. You know what I'm saying? Or T'Challa was played by a white man. You know what I mean? So that's in that same tone and that same thing is why I'm telling you guys that you should have that same energy, for T'Challa. I mean, for these, these characters that are getting blackwashed, because it doesn't make any sense, because there's a plethora of black heroes that are not getting represented on camera. So what does that say? Does that say that we don't care about those characters, or we'll take an existing white character, we make them black, they'll be happy? Or would you rather be more satisfied seeing a black character that your children or maybe yourself can open up a comic and see themselves in? That's the power. Now, of course, I understand actors got to take a job, and when the MCU calls, you're gonna take the job. I get it. I completely get it. At the same time, it's temporary representation, because when that character like Kang the Conqueror, He Who Remains, when people go back and look at that character or try to find that character in the comic book and be like, wait a minute, white. Where's the black dude at? There's a black dude on camera. There's a black dude I see in the movies. But why is this character white in the comics? You know what I mean? But then there's other black characters that are in the comics. Like I just mentioned, if you go back and watch my Black Panther #7 review, because I'm one of the, we got a panel of people that are pushing Black Panther comic, the Black Panther comics. Why? Because Marvel's #1 superhero, black superhero. #2, they killed him in the MCU. So of course we're recast T'Challa. #3, if we don't uplift the original black, the first black mainstream character, where the bigger channels are not covering his comic, then he's just going to go by the wayside, and they could be able to do whatever with this character and nobody gives a crap. You see what I mean? So we're in a fight to be able to keep these main, original black characters alive. Monet St. Croix, who made a debut or made an appearance in the last Black Panther comic, is a Afro-Moroccan woman. Do you not think I want to see a black woman play this character on screen? I mean, Afro-Moroccan is no different than somebody than a light-skinned woman that's Creole, that speaks French and English and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? We got to keep these original black characters alive. But if we don't, and we keep whitewashing, we just happy with a whitewash, then we got a problem. This is all I'm saying. Let me see. I'm trying to get to some of the character. I mean, some of the yes, Cheryl. It's clear cut. It's most definitely clear cut. It said it's ignorant because there have been white actors that played actors of color, but now the shoe is on the other foot, and it's been a Pilot 82. That's been a problem. That's something black people have been talking about for years. Especially if you guys want me to do a video on the history of the minstrel the minstrel circuit and how blackface and whitewashing of black characters have been a problem in Hollywood that we've been talking about, but we have been silent. Yeah, the shoe is on the other foot. I don't want that either, because what it does is you take these prominent black actors and you blackwash them with white characters. What about the prominent black characters that's in the this in Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, Dark Horse Comics, all these other publications that can be able to have real true representative? No, we don't waste it. We don't waste the actor on a white character. When all these other black characters that are out there, they can be able to get that same energy. So yes, I have the same energy for when you blackface or blackwash a character than I do when or a whitewash a character than I do when they blackwash. Because again, what significance does it hold if this character is black in Marvel, but you go to the comics, which generates more money because it's merchandise. And every time you pick up a toy, when they do the comic version of the toy, he white. Comic version of Kang, white. MCU version, black. And now you're sitting with a shop like, was he black or white? Now he looking like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what color he is. So that's all I'm saying is that just do it right from the beginning. Marvel created these white characters. Black people didn't do that. You know, black people ain't asking to be white roles either. They're doing that. This is why they're doing this. They're doing this so they can say, look, we got diversity. Look, we gave a black man a prominent character. Do you know in April they already wanted to shut that character down when we're talking about Kang the Conqueror? Because the way that it was received, you know, the movie was received. This had nothing to do with Jonathan Majors' case. That just so happened to come. But the way that the movie was received, Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Quantumania, they were already trying to pivot. That's what that Variety article was about. They were already trying to pivot away from the character in April, despite anything that's going on, because the man was innocent until proven guilty. They were already trying to pivot. So let's not act like Disney was on their moral high horse when they just give you a black character. Where's Luke Cage at? Where's Gentle at? Where's Bishop at? You know what I mean? Besides, you know, there's other characters besides Falcon. Where's Cloak at? You know, where's Night Thrasher at? There's other black superheroes at. Where's Adam Brashear at? You know, and somebody put in the comment section, he would have been a perfect Adam Brashear. Would have been perfect. And if you don't know the story of Adam Brashear, this is a man who was the black Superman in the 1960s, and they didn't want a black Superman because of racism. And that would have been a perfect story to tell, you know, about racism and the troubles and times of racism in the 1960s, especially with somebody like Kevin Guevara. Is it Guevara? I can't pronounce his name right now. But the way that he wrote that comic is absolutely incredible. And it's one of the most expensive comics that you could possibly get. Because why? Because they didn't make a lot of print of those. And the character is amazing. But no, let's shove them to this white character and make it seem like we're diverse. You know, we got diversity going. Look at what we're doing. Pat us on the back for diversity. But it's not really diversity. Just like with T'Challa. Because Chadwick Boseman, way before he passed, asked for more money. You know what they did? Hey, matter of fact, since he asked for more money, black people will come out and watch it. Let's just make sure he's the Black Panther. They said that in 2018. The man died in 2020. But yeah, let's go ahead and we don't need this guy. Let's go. Black people showed up and showed out for that, not knowing the significance of seeing a black man in that prominent role. Because representation matters. But the right representation matters. You don't want to continue to have, you know, Marvel keep shoving characters down your throat when your kids, if you have kids, turn around and be like, Mommy, Daddy, I want to buy this toy. And then you're going to find the Marvel Comics version of that toy and he's white. You know what I mean? And you got all these other black characters out here just waiting to be played, waiting to be elevated by really great actors, really great black actors. Then what? Then what happens after that? Those characters are shoved down the toilet. But yeah, let's keep making the prominent black characters. Let's keep getting them these white roles because we're diverse. No, you're not. If you're diverse, you would elevate those black characters, and you would have our great actors and actresses playing those roles. It's simple. But if you're so caught up in just seeing black people on screen and not knowing the ramifications that can have in the long run, especially when it's not an original black character, you're falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You're falling for their diversity. That's why they want to make an X-Men female focus when you got Storm and you got Jean Grey, who are prominent with Storm, Jean Grey, Rogue, Kitty Pryde, that's prominent heroines, you know, for the X-Men. But no, let's make it female focused. That doesn't even make sense when that whole group is about diversity because of what they're fighting on a daily basis, just being mutants. You know what I'm saying? When Chris Claremont was writing that story and he mimicked it literally, you know, what was going on with black people, you know, from the civil rights movement. When white people just didn't like black folks for the color of their skin. In hell, it seems like nothing has changed. It's just a little bit different the way that they present it. And this gets me to the story of Steven Yeun being out of the new what's this movie? The new Thunderbolts movie. And the reason why, oh yeah, make sure you guys are giving the thumbs up too. And the reason why I'm glad he's out of there because it's another black white, well, actually Asian watch character. Now, remember when everybody had a problem when you were watching Doctor Strange and the Ancient One was played by Tilda Swinton, a white woman? Well, hold on. I totally lost my place. Give me a second because I gotta pull this article up. But Tilda Swinton, the Ancient One in Marvel Comics, is not a white woman. Let's get that correct first. That's not a white woman. You know what I mean? The Ancient One was an Asian, you know, Asian person. With all the Asian actors out here, they decide to do a white woman. Same thing as what they did with Wing Wu. Instead of having an Asian man be the Mandarin like he is, you don't have to do the Fu Manchu and all that racist crap that Marvel Comics used to do back in the day. And if you don't think Marvel was racist, go back and look at some of the character designs of a lot of Marvel characters and Atlas characters. Oh, even if you put a doozy on it, go to DC. DC was way worse. You know what I mean? But Steven Yeun, and let me go ahead and share this. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Steven Yeun is out of the Thunderbolts. He's no longer playing Sentry in the Thunderbolts due to scheduling conflicts. And this is from the Hollywood Reporter, our favorite slander site for Jonathan Majors. But this is the reason why I'm glad. And again, the Sentry is a white man. He's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed man. Why, with all the Asian, with all the Korean characters and all of that in the MCU or in Marvel, why would they make Steven Yeun? Now, I'm not lying. Steven Yeun is an excellent actor. He's absolutely tremendous as an actor. But again, why is he not playing a prominent Asian character, a prominent Korean character that could be elevated? You know what I mean? So Steven Yeun would not star in the Marvel's Thunderbolts. Like many tentpole across Hollywood, it was delayed amidst the dual writers and actor strike. Steven Yeun would not be suiting up for the Thunderbolts, an anti-hero-centric feature in the works for Marvel Studios, sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Yeun's involvement in the Thunderbolts was first reported back in February, though Marvel never officially announced the casting. 5 months earlier, during D23 presentation, the studio revealed Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, David Harbour, and Wyatt Russell was among the Marvel's mainstays who will be in the film. Like many tentpoles, Thunderbolts, was was struck by last year's dual writers and actors strike, which put scheduling in disarray across Hollywood. Thunderbolts was initially slated for July 2024, but that was pushed back a year to July 2025. It has yet to begin filming. Jack Schreier is directed the Thunderbolts, which is rumored to assemble a team of Marvel anti-heroes and villains. Yeun already leads a high-profile comic book property as a voice star Invincible, and like I said, he's incredible as Invincible. Amazon adaptation of Robert Kirkman's comic. He rose to prominence as one of the leads in The Walking Dead in the awards season race for Netflix limited series Beef. He will compete for the Golden Globe for Best Male Actor and a limited series on Sunday, and later this month will be in the Petition at the Emmys for Actor in Limited Series. As an executive producer of Beef, he also shares an Emmy nom in Outstanding and Lead-In Series categories. So what I'm saying, Steven Yeun is dope as shit. He is. He's dope. He's absolutely dope. Again, why is this dope character not elevating another Korean character? Oh, God, I should be sharing this app. I'm tripping. But why isn't he not, uplifting another Korean character? Because he's Korean. There's a Korean character that's out there that can be uplifted, because of his acting prowess. We'll fall in love with a original Korean character. Nope. What they want to do, whitewash. I mean, we're diverse. So if Steven Yeun is good because of his name, just put him in anything. Just put him in anything. So he rose to prominence in the wild. I already read all that. Coming up this year, he has a role in Bong Joon's Whole Mickey 17 and the Sundance feature Love Me starring Kirsten Stewart. This is the other reason why I want to make sure that Jonathan Majors knows go back to making independent films, because that's where you make your bones at. Go back to making those independent films so you can be able to get those Emmy nods and all of that for that. All right, so that is that story. All right, so, and I do understand that, Juris, but also there's 60 years of this man being white. You know what I mean? There's 60 years of this man being white. And, I understand they did it in the cartoon. Now, Ravenna Renslayer was color swapped in the comics during Jonathan Hill. God, let me talk. Is it Jonathan Hickman's run? It's a Kang. No. It's not Jonathan Hickman. The last guy who wrote Kang in I think it was 2010's run. 2010's run, but it's basically Kang in Iron Lad, and basically Iron Lad doesn't want to be the version of Kang that he grows up to be. I can't think of the actual comic per se, but that's that. But again, all I'm saying is that when you have a character who was originally white in the comics and he's been white for years, why not keep him that way? When the Century, I got Century number one, white, blonde hair, blue eyed dude who got problems. You know what I'm saying? Again, why? Why is he played by an Asian actor when there's Asian characters that can be elevated? Is all I'm saying. That's just like, and I said this. What if it is Adam Brashear, right? And he's played by Tom Hanks. Would y'all like that? Tom Hanks is Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel. Or Luke Cage played by Pitbull. You know what I mean? When there's characters out there, you know what I'm saying? There's characters out there that can literally uplift that particular demographic. All I'm saying is these little rules about who can be cast as who are dumb. And again, they're trying to check the boxes, but won't you just write the original black characters? Or here's an excellent idea that might piss some people off. Create a brand new character. I mean, they clearly did it for What If. So you know that they have the prowess to do it. You know what I'm saying? Either create a new character or put another black character up there. You know what I'm saying? Or another person of color, that's in the comics. So people can get familiar. If you're doing adaptation of the comics, what's so wrong about putting people in the comics that's already in there? That's all I'm saying. I just have one question because so many Marvel characters are overwhelmingly white men. You don't think it's okay, especially for those characters that race doesn't play a role to their identity. Race, I kind of let me say it like this because I don't want to come off like I'm being facetious or anything to you the way of the beard, but race does a place has a place within a person's character, or they wouldn't mention the lineage of these particular characters. I give you a prime example. Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards. What color is Reed Richards? What color is Nathaniel Richards in the comics? You know what I mean? But again, he's but Jairus. Nick Fury, 616 Nick Fury is a white dude who got played by David Hasselhoff. Ultimate Nick Fury was a black dude because it's an alternate universe. That's a 1619 universe. So you got to be careful which we talking about. Are we talking about the main universe or are we talking about the ultimate universe? And a lot of things flow right through the 616. And when the MCU first was started with Sam Jackson and the way that Thor was portrayed, Captain Steve Rogers always kind of had the same story, no matter it's the Ultimate Universe or it's the main 616 universe. You know what I mean? His story kind of stayed the same. You know, Hawkeye's story is a little bit different in the Ultimate Universe than it is in the 616. You know what I mean? But they're still there. So I always thought of the MCU in its first iteration was the Ultimate Universe for the simple fact they cast Sam Jackson as the Ultimate Nick Fury. I never looked at, you know, the MCU as 616. That's why all this is 616. We're designated 616. Your destination is 616. We know damn well it's the 1999999 because that's not the 616 universe. If it was in again, you know, nobody had a problem with you know, when I was growing up watching the Incredible Hulk, who's a white guy, who you know, watching all these cartoons with white people in it. Nobody had a problem. Only thing we was like was, damn, at least give us Luke Cage, give us Black Panther, T'Challa, you know, give us our black characters, you know, because there's black characters there too. Let's give us Misty Knight. You know what I'm saying? Let's give us, you know, like I said, Monet Sequoia, give us Storm. You know what I mean? My first iteration of a black character was Storm from the X-Men. That's my favorite female superhero of all time is Storm. You know what I'm saying? In the X-Men animated series, gave her prominence, gave her an excellent story in that television show. So you're telling me that there's no, you know, you can't do Black Panther, which he ended up coming in Ultimate Avengers 2, where he got introduced. But yes, your color of your skin does play a role. We're not colorless. Stop it. We're not colorblind. We're not dogs. We're not animals. We see color. If we color, it ain't my fault that America decided to make color a prominent portion of this land. No different than apple pie or whites only pies. The one that my man was trying to get in life. You know what I'm saying? This is part of American history. I'm sorry, it is. If we walk around and act like race doesn't matter and the color of your skin doesn't matter, you're a fool. You're a fool because it's a part of our DNA in this country. And this is something that we fight. If race didn't make if race didn't have a significance in comic books, why did Chris Claremont write the X-Men the way he wrote the X-Men? You know what I mean? If race didn't have a problem, gender didn't have a problem, or everything was just so hunky-dory, why do they write these intricate stories in their comic books? If race was just so ambiguous. Yes, we read these stories to get away, but there's always a hint of truth in fiction. It is what it is. I'm sorry, people. It's a way of life. And if we don't acknowledge the way of life, then we're just setting ourselves up for failure. I'm not colorblind. If race didn't have no problem, then then Jeremy Renner would got the same treatment as Jonathan Majors. If race was just so, Ezra Miller would have got the same treatment as Jonathan Majors. Did they get the same treatment? Did Jonathan Major get the same treatment as his white counterparts? No. Race plays a factor in this land. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It plays a factor in the comic books that we're reading. If it didn't, why even create the Deviants and you got the Eternals and the Deviants? Why did the Deviants look one way and the Eternals looked another way? Why does the X-Men have a deviant gene that some X-Men look freaky as hell and some don't? Come on now. We can't do that. I'm just saying, I'm trying to be honest. Because I'm not trying to look at this with rose-colored glasses. Because that's false. If race didn't play a role, why didn't Wakanda, why was Wakanda secluded in the comics? Why were they never colonized in the comics? And we're talking about the 1960s. All I'm saying. But I gotta wrap this up. I'm trying. I hate to, to not get to some of you guys' comments, but comment with comment in the comment section. Tell did I say 1610? What did I say? 1610. Is a race swap either? He's a different man with a shield. Yep, he is. He is very different. Very, very different. Very different dude. But nope, that's actually untrue. Black Panther came out in Jungle Action Comics. Let me see. This is number 5. And that was 1968. And Luke Cage did come out into the 70s. Because he was part of the black exploitation movement. He was literally made out of, off a shaft. You know what I mean? But I do got to wrap it up. I'm sorry, guys, because I got to get kids to school. I gotta be a pappy around here. You know what I mean? But that's all. If you understand where I'm coming from, this is the only reason why I'm saying that we should not whitewash characters. Elevate your black characters. Elevate your other people of color's characters. People would have got pissed off if America Chavez was a white girl. You know what I'm saying? Was a white girl. What's up, Eric Shaw? I didn't see you down there. And D Sizzle was in the house. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all. I thank y'all. I apologize. Next time I will get to you guys' comments and everything. Thank you so very much for tuning into another episode of Dre Mac Show. I ain't gonna lie, I am sleepy. I had to work last night. Y'all already know what it is. I gotta let the forehead breathe. Where's my outro at? But I want y'all to have a good Wednesday. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Vibrate on a higher level today with somebody hating on you. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, everything is going to be better. You know what I'm saying? Once you vibrate higher. Let me get out of here. I'm talking too much. Where my outro at? Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.